Alrighty. Alright, alright. Hang on. Oh, not the right one. Nope. Should I? All these bit goodies. You know, something's great. Um, all these bit goodies soundtrack. Oh my god. There we go. Align. Let me lower down the ticket. I cannot hear my own thoughts. Ah! There we go. Okay, so hang on, let me open my Tumblr. I need to sort of show why I'm doing this little prompt. Why I'm sort of drawing myself. This is a very stylized version of myself. I have a round and big forehead. Voladores. I have way too many voladores. Somebody like on Tumblr tagged me to do a quiz. One of those personality quizzes, and I'm like, whatever. Let's see, because maybe people will just want to know me a little bit more, a little bit closer. And I'm not expected to get it as close to home as it did, especially on the burnt out part, bro. Burnt out. How do you know? The quiz is called super personality test, and from GitHub. Maybe I should link it here. Hang on, in case anybody wants to just sort of mess around. Hang on. That's not the playlist. Why is it now? Hang on. Changing the description. There you go. Now, if anybody resets the stream, the thing should be there. Oh yeah. Also, I just love this. I'm so stressed and burned out. I'm like, how do you know? How do you know? Apparently I was given telepathy. I'm like, you know, something that would be a cool thing to draw. And yeah. Just information overload. Yeah, that's probably me. Yeah, it was just a silly little thing. Nothing too out of the ordinary for what Tumblr usually does. Also, this is the same canvas I was working on the other day. I might work on this guy later. But right now I just wanna do this instead, you know. I wanna have fun. Because after this, we're gonna have to work hard. I'm gonna be learning animation. I'm actually going to start learning how to use Blender. Because the other day I was needing to look for a specific point of view, especially, well, not for a very specific angle, especially the one that from a human child angle, because I have a very tiny character. It's called Baby, even though she's not a baby. That's just her name. It's from Jamie Heaven. A young looking woman that's very short. Not all the size character. And I've been struggling, especially for like a specific angle. And I'm like, you know, something it would be easy if I knew how to like model on Blender. They just made the town. And then just sort of save the file, and whenever I need a picture, I can just take it from Blender, like modify it. Right now, I'm just gonna struggle because I know nothing. My little girl wants to get inside. It's been colder. But right now, sort of took them out because seemed a little bored. I'm like, okay, fine. I'm just going to live stream for 3 hours. But now that they're outside, they're gonna have to wait for 3 hours. It's okay, it's not that cold, there's sun. It was very cold not too long ago. I don't think she thinks the same. Ah, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not that cold. She's just spoiled, and the only thing she wants is just to be in the kitchen. But yeah, that was, I don't know what exactly. Well, I do. I can imagine one of the things. The request is sort of personality quiz test thing is sort of looking for when within responding, and I try to respond as honestly as possible because I'm like, yeah, let's not try too much. Make a character, you know. It's pretty much a little bit adventure. I died, by the way. Maybe you're meant to die in a cave with a bear. Well, I failed. But I couldn't help it. Like the freaking story kept sending me there. I'm like, I don't want to go. I want to like question things. But no, they're like, no, you're in the cave. I'm like, ah, fuck you. And I died. I got telepathy as a result. And I'm like, Spider-Man style, you know? You get killed by a bear, you wake with telepathy powers. Then, the next thing you know, you were beaten by a telepathic bear. He shut you out anew. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to draw here. Hang on, that's they might actually want more water. Have they finished it already? That's a lot. Hang on. We're back. Hang on. BRB. Actually, I should probably make this into like some sort of framed illustration. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Está haciendo frío. Está tan frío, está acá todo frío acá. ¿Y cómo están chiplis? Ah, estoy trabajando. Pero se escuchan unas cosas acá. No lo voy a sacar.
Hey, there we go. I'm back. Pentagon? Or hexagon? I think it'd be cuter if I like make a hoodie. Lady. Okay. I have an idea. Make it like an eye-shaped frame. Yes, I have a curly hair too. Very way cuter on the drawing than I am on real life. Trying to get my proportions right. Would make the eyes smaller, but it is fine. I think that's right. Also was sort of tweaking Krita a little bit before I started, that's why it sort of started a little bit late than I wanted to. So I was trying to like kind of mess around with Krita's settings. Just trying to seeing like what else I could do. There's not a whole lot of modifier keys. Like, shift is forever tied to the line tool. Like, no matter what I do. And it sucks because I like my my modifier keys. I think yeah, that's very disadvantageous. Like, I really like what the program does, but that is fatal. That's a fatal flaw. What the hell? Oh, that's right. I have what's it called? Aircon. It's music. Yeah, it makes sense. I've been complaining about Krita's lack of modify keys for being a program that allows you to do so many modifications to it. Not having modifier keys, it's so wild. Mm. I'll see if there's a plugin for it real quickly. My curiosity is killing me right now. Let's see. Let's see. I forgot. There we go. Well, that's right. I finally bought a proper bed. So I've been sleeping on like a lot of bed sheets. Very nice of them to do that. Oh my! Bed sheets. Just being all warm, but I finally bought them a little bit. They love it. The first time they actually got to try it, they were like, "Oh my god, this is the most confused bed." And I bought it like a big bed for like a big dog, because there are like 3 tiny chihuahuas. This is just like a massive, huge bed. Okay, so I'm not the only one that's crazy. So apparently Krita did lose the functionality keys at some point, or like these things do not work. And guns. No, this is not the same thing. So they do have like they have a few modifier keys, but like I would like if the shift key was actually a modifier to like keep proportions. Makes me so angry. Such a nuisance, to be honest. Music is very perfect, like what a strange thing that I'm supposed to be drawing. Or I'll draw a little bit outside the frame because I want to. There you go. That's what I wanted to do. I wonder what other modifiers this has. Like, hang on. Be like alter. No, this doesn't actually work. Again, like, div tool. It's the line tool. I hate it. That used to be like a modifier. That is a modifier anywhere else. Not Krita because it's an alien. Making me Photoshop a lot more than he deserves to.
¿Qué pasó, chaparrita? Ay. ¿Qué pasó, Polo? No, me saludó primero la perrita, no seas egoísta, André.
I have to like set firmer boundaries with my baby Polo. So the other day I was showering and I had to like raise a leg to dry it. I didn't know Polo had stepped underneath, directly underneath where my leg usually goes. So when I placed my leg back to the floor, I stepped on the dog. And I was like, oh my god, stop doing that. Stop giving me heart attacks. And it's because Polo doesn't really pay attention to his surroundings. So I'm like, how do I do this? Because he's gonna get seriously hurt if he keeps doing this sort of thing. He just like impulsively walks everywhere. And even if I teach him, like maybe it's something that you have to do like very constantly. He just doesn't fucking listen. You end up hurting him because he doesn't actually pay attention where your feet are. He just looks at your face, but he doesn't look at your feet. How do I teach him that? How do you like teach a dog to pay attention to everything so he doesn't get crushed? Yeah. Hey, that's. Yeah, I know who that person is. They're just popping in and back out. They do be like that. Yeah, they were there for a minute. Yeah. So speaking of trying to improve my relationship with my doggies, I am mostly just trying to fix the fucking boundary issue because he doesn't respect boundaries with other dogs either. Like, he's impossible. Like, he wants to stay close, he will do it. And he can irritate Marco specifically. Sometimes the little girls who became leave. She will also get really angry at him because he doesn't really respect boundaries. He doesn't understand them. And it can be very upsetting for everyone, like both humans and animals alike. It's either he's gonna get oh, he's either going to get himself like hurt because he doesn't pay attention to what the giant humans are doing, or he's just gonna get into fights because he's trying to like try and get the other dogs to play with him, or like he's trying to annoy them. And they get like they it gets to a point that they all start fighting each other because he doesn't understand like no is no. So something I have to do something. I have to intervene. So otherwise, yeah, it's not healthy for anybody.
Yes, you're very spoiled, Polito. But you're gonna get hurt. You keep being so annoying. You're trying to smother everyone. Not everyone wants to be smothered by you. And sometimes I just don't want to smother you, and sometimes I want to smother the little girl.
Yeah, he needs to be put on like he needs boundaries. Oh, there we go. Trying to learn the new cookies because I sort of presented a few of them. I only changed like the brush because the way I have it's so good. Oh, I love pressing one button and just switching between the eraser and the brush. That's so good. I finally also added the flip canvas. That's very helpful too. But yeah, it's not really cruelty to teach your dog boundaries. They need them. Like, don't enable your dog's behavior. They need boundaries, and because some dingus thought that a pincher, a German pincher, was the same as a Chihuahua, not knowing that pincher dogs are actually work dogs. I have two dogs. One has the personality of a Chihuahua. He's very lazy, and the other one just has way too much energy. And I cannot really take them out for a walk. I've been thinking about getting a one of those walkers. Treadmills. There we go. Not walkers. I am reminded of the Walkman. I don't know. I haven't really like seen those real life, but my father just told me quite a bit about them. That's how I know about them. I'm more of an AirPod, not AirPod, but like iPod. There we go. Type of generation, even though I never actually owned one. I just my computer for like music, and that was good as it is. I think I'm done sketching out the idea. I can just start line arting the brush. I know a lot of paper specifically kind of gets lost, or maybe let's try and see what happens. What's the worst thing I can do? I'm just trying to do like a silly goose thing. Is that the middle of the canvas? 2500. Uh. Okay, so if I press this, I need to press again. Okay. Alright, shut up to the program.
¿Estás haciendo, Polo? No. I thought he was trying to dig for something. Like maybe he found a misplaced sock. Cause I have found him eating this, but no, he wants his bone. They love their bone. My little girl. He's very cute. It's not as abrasive as Polo is. I am not coming for you, gremlin.
Love you, but chill, bro, chill. 1250, mi México. Yeah, it's more of the middle, actually. Italy. There you go. Yeah, that's perfect. Enjoy the MIDI tunes.
Ay, llámalo. No. Si quieres que te tire el huesito, me lo tienes que traer. Who's underneath me? Ah, Marco. A la señorita, la señorita. Yeah.
There we go. Not right now. Later on the day. Not to be fair, I haven't really interacted with them a whole lot. It's been very tiring. I've been working so much. I'll say I thankfully have a commission, but Frisk is taking forever to respond to me. Like he's told me like I want a commission, and I'm like maybe I should tell them the price. And just wait until they're like, okay, we can. I'll be ready to work in with you. This is one of those clients that live in the other side of the world and they also go to work. So talking with them just takes forever. And then after work they go and play video games, and I know because we are using Discord to communicate, and I can just see which games they're playing. Okay, there you go. Freedom sketch. Plus color is 25. And that's gonna be that. Sure, tell them and just wait around the response to be back. That's okay. We have many things to do, but we'll be fine because yeah, they take forever to respond. Where's my I just closed it. Okay, yeah, it's, all the braces are right. There you go. What a simple mission. One characters. I'll make sure to make a good give him a good job because he is one of my killer clients, you know. Always a pleasure to work with him, even though he does take a little bit too long to reply to anything. Let's go for something a bit more like psychedelic sort of frame shape. So it is telepathy, you know, it's kind of. Sort of close this. You hang around. We're improvising. We'll improvise. Let's see. It's very nice to just sort of draw and do things without a whole lot of pressure. Speaking of which, we've acquired a little oven. So, let's be honest, in Mexico you don't really bake things. There's not a whole lot of baking involved. You can fry, you can cook, you can toast, but you never bake. It's very rare to see actual bakers unless there's bread involved. And even then, there's not a whole lot of baking to do in the home. Like, you let the people who do the bread to do, you know, the bread. Why do it yourself when you can let somebody else do it? That sounds like a reply? Yes, that's perfect. I'll wait until he actually replies to me. There you go. Okay. Hang on. Hang on. There you go.
¿Ya se quieren salir? Ah, ¿por qué quieren que también chipiles? Pues estoy trabajando, pues así es como les doy de comer, chiquillos. Ande. I think you just want bits.
Hope they kind of quite with them.
Yeah, the fences that I got are very flimsy. I can't move it. But it makes a lot of ugly noise. Ok, ya pues, vamos para afuera. Vamos para afuera. Look at this. Alrighty. Okay, I'm back.
My dogs are not going to bother me for a little while. They're released until they get bored of outside. They just, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's hot enough for them to stay as long as they want outside. Got a bit of sun. They should be quite cozy. Yeah, I like that a lot more. What? Oh, it's in transparency mode. There you go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, so yeah, in Mexico we don't really bake. And of course we do have bakeries over here, and but like if you ask the common person, yeah, no, they're like but to make tortillas, you don't really bake. You sort of toast them a little bit, and you want tostadas, you toast them even harder. There's not a lot of reasons to bake anything in here. Because, well, what for? You know, we can make a lot of foods without baking. But there's also like a cool recipes that maybe you personally might want to try out with baking. So yeah, my mother sort of ordered well, not ordered, but like when I got a little electric oven. Oh my god, I tried myself a little a breakfast, based on something that I saw. There's a YouTube channel of an Italian guy making Italian recipes. And he uses the oven a lot. It just sort of chops up a few nice what do you call them? He chops up a few vegetables and just covers them in olive oil. What surprises me is just how interesting everything tastes. And well, not that different to be fair, but it was fun breakfast to do, to have just sort of chop up a few vegetables and on the other side just cook the egg elsewhere. It was very tasty. It was a warm, delicious breakfast, and it was surprisingly easy to do. Just let the machine do everything. When I have my own house, I want one of those. Especially because I saw a recipe. It was like some sort of vegetable soup. Not soup, like cream soup. What do you call those? I have no idea. So over here we call them creams. Especially because we add quite a bit of cream into the recipe. It's very nice and soft. Like he also like bakes a little bit of bread, makes grilled cheese, and I'm like, that looks like a very warm and tasty breakfast. So that also look very healthy. It's a lot of vegetables. And especially warm, and just the mornings are just very cold. I think that's going to be very visible. It's fine. Like the beginning is like a little callback to the other one. I wonder. I would like to listen to Elbrand's song, music, compositions in the 60s style, especially like inspired by the Beatles, because that was the main inspiration. But that will be so cool. I hear phrases of it really, especially you know what to listen for. I think I need these anymore. So I know there released a big band cover for one of the songs by a big band. It is very nice. I had to give it to share to my friend. She loves Earthbound quite a bit. Oh, wrong. So sounds like Super Mario. Sounds like this. Speaking of art, in my own head because you didn't get to hear the conversation, so I'm just like speaking of. I'm like, what are you talking about? You weren't speaking of anything. You were like dead quiet. But yeah. So there was an artist bullied on Twitter. What is with? Because there's like seems to be an artist bullied like every single month or every single week. Jesus Christ, why people bullying so hard? It turns out Twitter does not know that Muslim people are not really supportive of LGBT, and I'm like, seriously? You're just now realizing this is the case? And yeah, it's just so dumb. You know, it's a bunch of privileged American children, because like you have to be like literally living underneath a rock to not realize the differences between like in between like other beliefs. No, the craziest part is that even like for somebody that does hold those beliefs, he was actually surprisingly polite about it. He was like, you know, something like I don't hate you because I don't think I can do this. The people on Twitter just went wild. I'm like, I don't know what we're expecting. So in that case, do they also get to be called Islamophobic? They were awfully intolerant towards somebody else's beliefs, and yeah, no, just it's just people on Twitter, because I don't think there have been a lot of I know a lot of LGBT people who are that fucking stupid. Just man, these people need to really get out of Twitter and just sort of learn about the real world, because what the hell is that? Oh, do you just leave for so long, not expecting that's how the world works? That it's not quite as intended, and not everyone is going to be willing to, like, you know, accept your existence. It sucks, but it happens. Yeah, no, that's Twitter in a nutshell. Just a bunch of morons who don't know what the world is like. I never met anybody not even like
not even the four clients that I have are like these oblivious to the world.
so I have very like intelligent, like I know intelligent people who know how the world works, but it's like Twitter. It's Twitter. What is with? They're stupid. So I just wanna like virtual song now because that's the only thing that they do know how to do. Yeah, you can hear the Beatles right there. Yeah. I do like the Beatles. I don't like a lot of uh, specific songs like somebody singing it because people do tend to like lump in musical compositions with songs and now they're like different things. I don't think it matters too much, but yeah. What Twitter is like? Twitter is like the guys who sort of lie to themselves that the lions do not keep people because lions are like in like a protected species, and they use Pikachu face when they realize that lions do kill to eat. So that's in their nature, and they get angry about it. I'm like, I don't know what they expect. They're little children a lot of the times. They're dreadings. They do not want Twitter. Or to use Twitter for like social media. 'Cause I still use Twitter to get references. And even then like I much rather like seek references from other places. Let's just like okay, maybe just keep an alternate account just in case. There's a few references for like art stuff, but yeah, and I wonder why the Japanese are making their own social media. They're tired of these little children who never go outside. It's going to have a lot of wobbly lines, but I kind of dig it. I was not recording. Fuck! Ah! It's okay. I'll I'll grab what I was able to record and then just splice it with what I am doing here on the live stream. Shit. Oh man, I need to sort of have a note, on my screen. Like, record everything! Remember to press record on Krita! Always, always! Yeah, it's gonna be necessary. I think those details matter as much because, yeah, we're not going to even see them. Oh, we can just remove the symmetry brush tool. I get good at using this brush because this is a very well brush and I do enjoy using it, but it does make the liner quite inconsistent. I get good, I get good. Now I need to remind myself to eventually get the Abito controller because yeah, I'm not working as comfortably as I would like to. It has always been an issue with your display tablet. The space that it takes. The way I have to position my arms. Let's see. I'll have to worry so much about the thinking of the eyelashes because they just have black hair and I can just fill it in. I should just do flat colors. Don't worry too much about things. Yeah. But yeah, sort of to reiterate the theme of the drawing. What superpowers do you think you have? I didn't really went in this expecting like I just want it to be this way. So let's be honest, the only superpower I have is just be good at things right away. Because I have zero patience. I didn't go into the quiz. I think with that the quiz is in the description of the live stream. But I guess yeah, mostly as a personality quiz. It's fine, you know. I don't think quizzes really define you, but it was funny to see that even the quiz thought I was stressed and overworked and just burnt out. I'm like, oh my god, that we got that one right. I don't know about other things. About empathy and this stuff. Well, empathy really used a little bit because truth be told, empathy is more of a trauma response. I have enough trauma to respond. Wait. Also because, you know, you sort of get thought to be a nice person. Consider the necessity, the needs of other people before your own. To be altruistic. To be, truth be told, I think that's a whole lot of bullshit. Like, I don't think altruism is a real thing. For most of the part, I think compassion, all of these things, I no longer believe in them. Not that I don't think that people could do compassionate things, but considering sometimes the space some people work in, yeah, it can be just projections of their own selves, or they see themselves still as victims and sort of project it on other people. Again, I'm not saying that true compassion and like true altruism does not exist. We just say like the versions that we have is just absolute bullshit. Hang on, quickly. Okay. It's not how good sets work really. Let me out this song. Other traits where they think I say it's not quite the same. This is why you have to see things from a different angle sometimes. So you know you're not screwing up. Maybe in another world, in that quiz world, I would be a very good psychologist, but not very good at handling bears. I died. Which would be ironic if I ended up being a psychologist in the world, because I'm quite a little bit tired of psychologists. There are way too many in my life. One more dim. Too many. Too many, man. Where are the artists at? Actually, no, never mind. Not too many artists. Okay, I'm just trying to get used to the new settings. They're not that different from what I'm used to. I love the little laughter implied. These girls are taking all of my attention. Really told. Why does my girl now want to get inside? I'm not opening the door.
Like, they're gonna have to wait.
Then I'll get them inside.
So, yeah, boundaries. Speaking of boundaries, yeah, they won't stay inside.
It's warm now. Your son.
Oh, no, this is now too hot. Fucking spoiled.
Speaking of recent events, apparently I just realized that the Mexican government made forced the Spanish government to sort of apologize to what they did to the indigenous people over here, and I'm like, that's some of the most goddamn bullshit PR stuff that I've seen. No, I realize that's kind of political stuff to say, but I don't know, man. It's been forever, and I don't trust any politicians ever. Especially with a few recent events. There's a lot of angry people over here, but yeah, damn. Like, what sort of priorities? Like, oh, we want the Spanish to apologize for what they did to the indigenous groups. I'm like, okay, are you going to fix the, I don't know, water issues? Resource issues? I don't know, infrastructure? Nope. You have to make the Spanish apologize for shit first. I'm like, that's so forever ago. I think most of our problems are not really affected by the Spanish. I don't trust any politicians. It just wants to get brownie points, man. You're politicians, like, get to work. Stop trying to look yourself like holier than thou. This is why I never like any politicians ever. They all suck. Well, most of them. All about the PR, not about the freaking helping their citizens. A bunch of gremlins. You know, my father just sort of also wants to like fight me on that point. Just, to be fair, he always wants to be right. He doesn't do that with me. He also tried to do that with my cousin because he's a socialist. We just sort of tolerate his socialism. But my father just really, really wanted to like sort of impose his own views. It's quite leftist, my dad. She's like, no, like Spanish should have apologized for the indigenous groups. And I'm like, yeah, but are you gonna help them get proper infrastructure? Or you just sort of like apologizing and then that's it. You don't even bother to bring infrastructures to those communities. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't seen anything like get better for indigenous groups. I haven't really heard like interesting projects to like make the life for all Mexicans to be like, you know, conical grounds. Oh, but let's be honest, they're all corrupt anyway. Just little things to get angry about. Another reason as to why I don't want to hyper focus on politics, especially on my own country. They make me so angry, or they make me very depressed, and I'm like, ah, screw this place. Yes, yeah, that's why I feel about Mexican politics. Is just like that. It's like the Lake song. Sad, sorry state, especially with all the recent events. All there has been like literal states drowned underwater. Politicians just take the picture and leave. And eat like in a nice, dry, and comfortable place full of proper food. While the citizens are just starving. Speaking of which, there's a journalist that I found, Mexican journalist, and I've been enjoying her reporting and stuff. I think she does quite very good interviews. She doesn't try to impose any of her views on any other people, and it's really great. There's not a whole lot of great interviews out there. She does good job, and she's sort of reporting on what happened with the flooding that happened in central Mexico. Some raw stuff, and she just really got in there. You know, she has been reporting on some crime stuff that happened in Michoacan. I just saw one of the most raw and hardest interviews I ever seen with a child. I literally cried watching that interview. Like, she didn't even say much. Sort of consoled the person a little bit, but didn't like impose anything on her. And like, yeah, it was rough. It was a rough thing, and I'm glad to sort of have found a decent journalist. So I'm very picky when it comes to news. Like, I'd rather not watch any at all. You saw that one video about American TV and like our democracy is like on danger or something like that, and we were just repeating the same thing like a broken disc. But also, I'm maybe concerned for her safety. She's reporting on very difficult stuff right now. What's the name of her? Hang on. Let's talk something a little bit happier. Da, 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 da. I do. I have been following a lot more like news sites, mostly because that's also a really good way to get references, especially on like human ground level. It's very helpful to get the perspective from that way. Okay, she's called Eva Maria Brista. She's a news reporter, or well, more like journalist, because she's very independent. She doesn't just report to a network, she does everything on her own. And she does like also a little bit more varied content, but when she reports, oh, yeah, some like real rough stuff. Eva Maria Barista, yeah. Oh, should we try that thing I wanted to try out? The sort of like reacting to audio, or should like I make like a new layout and have the little video in the corner, or like try and be as place my opinions on what I think about. If it's my intuition tells me that, well, not my intuition, but my gut tells me. That sounds dangerous. That can invite things, especially if I have a disagreement with I don't know. I don't know what else to talk about, and I think oh yeah, most of the things that I talk about anyways are just things I tend to do to see in the internet, so might as well, you know. Really want to like add a little bit more to that. Yeah, maybe we can try it, but I would need to like work on the new layout right now, and I don't quite want to finish stop drawing this. Hang on, let me search real quickly. I wanna see if I can do something interesting with that. Okay, we can like this layout looks kinda cool. Maybe for next live stream, I'm going to cut this one a little bit short in that regard. While we listen to some boss music or something kind of spoopy. Hmm. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, ignore this little thing here. That's great, let's try and do that. Just let me save this. And cry that I didn't record the full thing, it's okay. Let's close this other browser tab. I don't think the guy is going to reply to me anymore. And no, where is the thumbnails? Thumbnail on the. Here we go. Stream layout. Game stream. Okay, let me stop recording. Okay, hold up. There you go. Okay, we are on. There you go. Still going to be a wide layout. What I want for the new frame that I want to sort of pinch around, sort of use a TV screen, especially a very vintage TV screen. I think it would look kind of cool. Just have the main drying area and just have a little bit of a little chunk in here. Or maybe I can use this little top right area, a little dial. Or maybe in the middle. I don't know. On this, I cover this area like this. No, because I don't want to like, I would rather have people watch the video instead, you know? I don't want to like, do the same thing as our React channel, sort of standing there and not doing anything. Like, I would like to offer more interesting opinions about it, but also like all my opinions are over on the internet. Knocking several birds in one stone. Or instead of doing that, okay, there you go. Hang on, let me get the original size of this thing. There we go. So I think I might have screwed up. I used to specifically use this area. So I have an idea, but that will actually require me to start recording properly with the Krita's function. There are some interesting reaction stuff out there, but nothing that really interests me particularly. I think that's Yeah, that's correct. Sure, I'll alternate between the two. I don't have any video to talk with about two layouts because I like the one that I have. Really good. Ah, great, yeah. Just have it so there's it will be relatively tiny. At the same time, I wouldn't actually want to do that. Just have this as an idea. Because if somebody gets not a bit better, they can copy strike your video, and my heritage is right in there. That's gonna get messy, you know. That's why people use their faces instead. No, I think about it, that's actually genius. Let's keep this area around as a pin and yeah, a pin tag. But if we ever needed to do some sort of reaction ever, I'll have these prepared. Save this. Let's see the reopened Krita. I want to go back to that one. Hold on. There you go. Use Photoshop. Let's keep that as a last resort if anybody ever cares about asking me for that sort of content. Like, okay, I'm prepared, but let's do it properly. That's not the right color, man. Much more comfortable just drawing around. That sounds like spooky Halloween music, even though right now all the supermarkets are just putting on Christmas songs. I'm like, it's still November, chill. Just early November. I still feel more like Day of the Dead vibes, more like Christmas. In December, I feel Christmas vibes. Right now, I'm like, it's chill, bro. Let's chill. It's too early to the Christmas. Actually, now I think of it, that might not, the hoodie might not fit as well. I'm gonna grow myself on my pajamas because I did grow quite often on with my pajamas, and very adult and professional, but nobody's going to know except for this instance. Okay, click escape. I don't know what I clicked on to merge the whole thing just vanishing. It's our fictional pajamas. I will do whatever I want with this. Let's also make sure that there's not a hollow gaps when we are going to fill this scene. It's gonna be nasty. I don't feel anything. I don't sure all of these are closed. It's going to be a nightmare to pick around. You can see so many gaps. Well, not feeling. Remember to close your gaps, or otherwise you will cry about it. You will be annoyed. Oh, have I been at it? Nearly 2 hours. Okay, just 1 more hour and we'll be done. This was the perfect prompt to work for 2 hours. The other time, I was sort of looking at reviews on maybe the video analysis on the new or well not the new remaster of the game, because that game is fantastic though. Yeah, we've gone from like theories about like is this about really like a sick child that's dying and their family, to like nah, this world is as literal as it gets. Truth be told, that was because of Mortis goes to sort of telling the truth, like nah, world is quite literal. It's very funny to also see like there's a lot of people who feel rather guilty after playing the game, or just trying to shape blame into like the better, which is the one destroying the whole world. I just like the vibes of the world, and I like the music, especially the original compositions by alias Conrad, I believe. It was unfortunate that he couldn't use the music because he was worried that all the sampling could give him copyright or intellectual property issues, and especially because this is like no a commercially available game when it probably previously wasn't. Also, was kind of shocked to realize that the game was sort of like a joke thing that Ortiz did with his friends to be like sort of square out with them, and it ended up being one of the most deep experiences about morality and mortality. But I do find interesting that some people feel like guilty, especially when it comes to like interacting with media. Now, that's not a bad thing, you know. That means that the story is so good that it's making people feel things. But on the other hand, I'm like, I don't know if I should be feeling guilty. Like, if anything, I'm like, I'm a little bit too aware that the thing that I'm interacting with is like not real. It's like, no, this is something that somebody chose to write, and in the case of like where big games are like, do not play these or even stories, because technically a series of unfortunate events has the same sort of logic to it. It's like, why do you want to start something that is very painful? I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, like, I'm just here to like experience the story. You're the writer is even more guilty to even write this story to begin with, you know. Don't try and shave blame to the spectator. Yeah, chicken gremlins. I like this one. No, but it's an interesting form of writing a story. Just to be like, do not start a story, or otherwise the world will end. I'm like, why would you write such a thing, you silly goose? Like, you're placing blame on me. You're the one that made it end to begin with. Touche. Or checkmate. I don't know. Yeah. And people, when it comes to alpha, either they're like very disgusted at the actions of the batter, or they're feeling extra guilty. And I'm like, nah, it's a story, bro. Just enjoy the vibes. Besides, we didn't kill the world. It was programmed to end by the developer. Get mad at them. Ain't got nothing to do with that. That's why whenever like that scene on Undertale, because uh Undertale and off, well not off, one shot. There we go. Were inspired by off. I just think that I don't think this narrative is as effective. Or well, I don't like it as much. I think that's the better way of putting it. Cause, obviously it is effective. Like a lot of people are like very into it, but even I remember getting like sort of annoyed when that scene in the jail where Sans is like sort of trying to talk, breaking the fourth wall and sort of watching the player like, I know you exist, like I don't think you're as like as pure. I'm like, bro, chill, I don't know you. Like, bro, you should get mad at Toby Fox instead. He's the one that programmed you into consciousness, into fake consciousness. Like, I know you're a bunch of dialogue. You cannot fool me. But nah, I don't think I probably much prefer the taking one shots when it comes to that sort of breaking the fourth wall topic, and with dying worlds and the player just taking control and having an effect in this world, because it also acknowledges the creator of such of said world. Like it talks about the struggle of the creator of the world just being fed up with it, and while it does give the player agency on what to do with the world, it at the end of the day is about also like extra meta about it. It's like, oh no, it's not just the player who can decide what happens to the world. Like the creator is just as guilty, and I do enjoy that a lot more than I do Undertales or of some interpretation of it, because it's like fully aware of all the things, and it has a nicer ending too. Like you can liberate everybody. Other thing that I didn't like about One Shot was the last puzzle. Not the last labyrinth puzzle, but like the one before it. I hated that one. So I remember getting stuck like really badly in that one. But the labyrinth one was fine. I also like taking notes on when I'm doing puzzles. Those are fun. But yeah. Yeah, I'm sort of like lukewarm when it comes to the stories that are like, if you didn't read this story, none of this would have happened. I'm like, I didn't make this happen. The writer was the fucking mad lad that made all of this happen. I'm just here to see how they wrote it, and if they wrote it convincingly enough. Those are my thoughts about those type of stories. Man, I need to like get together with my mom again to keep on watching a series of unfortunate events. I ended up liking a lot more than I thought. So I was not ready to watch it, but now I just feel like, oh, this is going to be a good series to watch. But also, it just makes you mad because everyone's so goddamn stupid. Ah! Yeah, this is looking pretty cool. Make sure to fill all the gaps. Connect all the gaps, or otherwise it's not gonna be easy. Journey. Ah, it's the one song from the one mean of the confusion. It's time to be not understand what surrounds us. How the internet ruins things for you. Wait, why is not the little because I shut it down the other day, so recording my webcomic process. Hold up, where is it? That is there we go. I made magic appear. I had too much junk on my OBS to remove it. And okay, so there has a there's a lot of things that have been happening in life, especially in material. When it comes to material goods, just have a list of things that I really need to get for winter gets too cold. And I had in the back of my list to get a new TV, just so I could play my Nintendo Wii again. And I didn't expect that the thing that was on the bottom of my list to be the first thing to get. And I just wanted like a silly little TV, you know, something quick, you know. I just want something easy to be able to play the Nintendo Wii again. surprisingly still works very well. I just need to clean it up, maybe especially in nunchucks. I saw some problems, unless like I don't know. I'll see a way to fix my nunchuck again. And even the TV ended up being bigger than I thought. I remember like picking a smaller TV, even though it ended up being a surprisingly chunky TV. But I am not complaining because Mario Galaxy 2 looks gorgeous in the TV. And yeah, it's just been a lot of fun. Just playing my Nintendo after my father took my TV and just ran away with it. As if I didn't need it. I'm like, hey, I play sometimes. Yeah, I'm quite excited, and I cannot wait until like I am able to homebrew the Nintendo. Of course, like I'm actually talking about brewing it, unlike with butter, you know. Just make a nice little tasty Nintendo Wii soup. Not totally the piracy stuff that Nintendo also dislikes so much. You know, that's totally not happening when I'm saying homebrew. I'm like, nice, nice Nintendo Wii beer that tastes like decades old grease. What the fuck? Help me. A minigame song. But yeah, I just really want to get into like modifying my Nintendo DS and my Nintendo Wii. And get even more hours of playtime with those two. I danced too, but you couldn't see that. So now you have to imagine how like this little SLS version of me just going like ham with it, you know, just feeling well. No, my eyelashes do tilt upward. I just had to look myself at the mirror. Like, did I draw this right? I did. I don't wanna lie too much about myself. But yeah, the eyes are not nowhere near as big. They're like tiny twins. I have like super long delay on the stream that I'm watching here in the corner. What the hell? There you go. Double check that my client has not replied to me in the meantime. So I am like spamming extra data because that does not seem to be the case. Yeah, they have not replied to me in a little while. I'm happy that they were so happy with the commission that they decided to work with me again. They did take forever to commission me. But I'm ready after this. I'm also a bit sad just because I was working very hard on my comic and I'm like, oh, I have to pause it again. It do be like that sometimes. Sometimes you just... That's how you get funding for your projects. You have to draw things. Yes, but also no. Yes, I'll delete this. Delete. Yeah, this is going nicely. Double check the gaps, make sure there's no gaps. Those gaps. Oh man, I finally found a playlist on all the Super Mario World soundtrack, which I would have actually wasted $80 on that soundtrack. It's nearly 11 hours of pure music. That's insane. No, of course it does have a few eh, um ones to it, but oh my god, the fact that it's so consistent for most of it as well. Again. Okay, I have to do things differently. Okay. Like this. Trying to figure out how to draw my own hand. Actually, screw it. Let's use our last pen because I like it very much. It's one of the coolest little trinkets that I didn't get to use often. But I absolutely adore who it looks like. Glass pens are the coolest thing in the world. Let's get the other one that I cannot use, but because I broke the little tip. I'm sad. I wonder if I could take it to somebody to like fix it, or if it's going to blow up because it has liquid in it and it might break. That can happen as well. Okay, I'm just sort of looking, taking a mental photography of the shape. Okay. It's not going to be one-on-one, just one exaggerated. There we go. I don't know what was the painting wasn't transparent. I don't know. Krita, man. I just don't get it. Hmm. No, that song is pure nostalgia. Especially in the 2007 Windows operating system. Ooh, ho, ho, ho.
Ah, this is nostalgia.
I don't think they quite made justice to the soundtrack and the E version.
Oh shit.
Oh, okay, I was cutting it.
I know what there was what was the thing that was spreading. I was causing so much commotion. It was the freaking control. Yeah, cannot wait to get the little control. So it's easier to handle and to work with. Ah, it's so good. Ah, I love it. Why she went? 30 more minutes, I can get them inside. The little gremlins. She probably just wants to be in the kitchen.
The only reason why I'm not allowing her to stay inside is yeah, she likes to mark her territory, and dog. She's just a little bit untrained and then sort of waiting around so I am able to afford a pañales para perro. How do you call this? Diapers, doggy diapers. No doggy likes peeing on themselves. And that's like, okay, you wanna pee, you're gonna have to tell me to go outside. Otherwise, you're gonna have to do that. Indoors. There's nothing you can do. Well, Paula did figure it out. Figured out how to remove those. He's so short. And he's like a male diaper, so just like little waistbands. It wasn't too difficult to remove that. But it's okay because he actually learned his lesson. He's like, nah, if I wanna go outside, I actually have to tell me mom to go outside. Yeah, it looks crazy. I love it. I look crazy. I love it.
As if that wasn't the case already.
Let's just stretch ourselves. Ah! I feel it would be a little bit too premature to sell like a liquid skier, but I don't need to get stuff done. I will record the rest of this and publish it on my Patreon as always, and make sure to make that little post to always remind me of like make sure the Krita recorder is actually recording. Because yeah, the fact that I stopped recording like on Clipping Studio does throw me out of the loop. But yeah, I need to cook, I need to clean, I need to wash, I need to spoil the spoiled dogs. Very spoiled, and make sure that my little girl does not mark territory inside the house. Or that she doesn't eat anything too dangerous. So yeah, anybody who ever comes across this stream, what is your power? What would your power be? You can try that on the little personality tweet quiz, or you can just guess. I don't know. I don't care. You can do whatever you want. Or maybe I don't care. Trying to engagement form, you know, be a little bit chill. But yeah, see you on Friday for sure. And I will work on my teach stuff. I probably be working on commissions. I don't know. Bye bye.